Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good? The mic feels too close. It just feels too close. I definitely have been fortunate enough to just keep up with this show and the overall stance that it was 12 episodes, so I didn't really think um, anybody would be that mad at it being on the channel, seeing how Um, it is a show that kind of has a lot of elements of really cool sci-fi stuff within it. So because of that, it was nice to see that they didn't just play with that line, they actually really went in depth with it. And as of right now, it's probably not very likely of a high talking point show for everybody. But for me, it's definitely a spectacle to see. Like, it's definitely ridiculously hype with these moments of not knowing anything in this world to all of a sudden getting a pretty reasonable explanation of where the story is going to lead, but not really why or how it's going to actually play out. Not to mention the fact that if it does play out the way that um, one character wants, it's in the air as of what truly happens then. Like we see a lot of shows that dabble on the fact of like, oh man, this guy's bad, this guy's evil, he wants to do bad to the world, he wants to do good to the world. But then you have bad guys who are literally trying to save a whole entire parallel world, and in that case, maybe there isn't many people even alive. Maybe there's like 100 people alive on this parallel world, and he's been killing off like hundreds and thousands of, or well, he's been killing like at least thousands of kids, and maybe even adults from what we can kind of tell. Like the the one person that was supposedly the last one to work for him that had an ability and was being tested on, winds up getting this treatment of, oh, you're just a test subject, and whatever happens from here on out, like that's whatever you'll always be. And he kind of just walked away from it all as if she is that test subject and has no emotions, shouldn't, be able to really understand why she does something. She just does it. He just sees her as a lab rat. And they never really played on that, because she had her ability, because she seemed actually vital to some aspect of the story. It kind of played out really lame when all of a sudden we find out that she has been planning revenge this whole time, and she's finally got her moment to shoot him in the back with a gun. And then it like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't even get to see how he outclassed her and out, just straight up bodies her, or makes her shoot herself or something. That just kind of felt weird. It felt out of place. It felt I don't know. It definitely felt like there was something that was supposed to happen more with her character overall, in the fact of she should have probably gave us more of an explanation behind uh, why we should have already known that she had these plans in the back of her head, instead of just at the spur of the moment she's been trying to help everybody all along, or we've been trying to see just what the heck has happened, with these types of reactions, and it's seemingly okay. And I don't know. It's one of those things in these shows that what they just kind of threw it at us and said, whatever, whatevs, just take it or leave it. Like, that's her character. And then it feels like if there was an actual story plot and actual things for her to do, we probably would have gotten something way, 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 way cleaner, or something a little bit more elaborate on why she already knew what she knew, but allowed herself to practically just sit around and watch all these other kids be tested on. And why would she then think that when the guy is at his most, like, ready to do what he has to do, why would you think he's not prepared to fight at all means necessary, you know? So the best time to take him out is when he was working, or when you were in his office and he seemingly didn't have a weapon, or wasn't building something that would make it so his body could withstand being in the lost and not completely losing his mind, or just questioning his own existence and all this different stuff. So it was a very, very interesting tactic that they did in this week's episode with the overall loss, and how they went into it and pretty much visited all their times of when they kind of felt lost in moments. Like, they felt lost in the overall case of what do we do with this situation that we pretty much set up for ourselves when it comes down to um, getting all the information that we need, and then they go in there and all that information is just thrown out the window because there's no one who really understands the loss besides the guy who's in the loss, her father, and he hasn't seemingly been able to send out any more messages, which I think is in part to the main guy, um, the guy who's down there right now, ruining everything. So I'm really interested to see how this all plays out. I mean, that's definitely why I kept it on the channel, and another reason why I look forward to seeing more shows like this, because I have heard a lot about shows, with time travel or just different worlds and things not playing out the way that they want. So to think that I find this show without any, no one's really egged me on to watch it, and it was just me naturally getting into it. I actually really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to actually see what people believe or, think throughout it when they finally get to watch it, and not just one episode at a time like me, and, they actually get to watch it, uh, binge watch it if they really wanted to. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I'm your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely want to try to wait for Attack on Titan to still show up and give you guys that, but for some reason there is no subs, so I can't really tell you what I believe happens if I can't understand anything being said. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. If you do hear anything about Attack on Titan, get at me as soon as possible. If I have not put up any video, just keep bugging me about it. If you see the subs go up and they're decent subs, or even just subs in general at this point, just let me know and I'll hop on it. So with all that being said, thank you so much, and I will talk to you later. Peace.